One of the biggest difficulties that people find when learning to drive is roundabouts. When people first start to do roundabouts, or roundabouts are first mentioned, the initial thought is one of fear. Roundabouts look scary if you don't know what you're doing. You come towards them, you see traffic. Where's that traffic going? How do I get my gap? And the thing is, you're not going to know unless you've been trained. You're not going to find it easy unless you've been trained. So the key thing to that is to work with your instructor. And what you see when you see other people that drive and they come to a roundabout and they'll get away very quickly, they'll read the gap very quickly. That comes with time. And realistically, as a learner driver, you're not going to be able to do that immediately. You're going to need to practice on your lessons, and you will get better at it on your lessons and even after you've passed your driving test. And I think the main thing I find when teaching learner drivers how to do roundabouts, they look at how people do it and they want to be as fast as the other person. So they'll start to approach roundabouts too quickly before they truly know how to read and respond to traffic. And if you think about when you learn to do a junction, that's what you do first. You come to the end of a road and you decide whether your junction's open or closed. So a closed junction, you can't see much tarmac on approach, so your speed has to go lower, it has to go more to a walking pace. So you'll select first gear and roll for as long as you can, stop if you need to. If you come to an open junction, you can see more tarmac, particularly if you're turning left at the end and you can see more tarmac. You go into two with a view to getting away without stopping and getting away with a little bit more pace. And then when you do that, you've planned, you've prepared, you can then either go or you can stop if you need to. You make it easy, you prepare for either outcome. And that's the same at a roundabout. More often than not, your roundabout view will be open. You do get some that are closed, and you get some that are on uphill slopes, all things like that. Add extra elements of control and reading into it. But say a general roundabout, a general basic roundabout, you'll come to it, your view will be open, you'll get down to a jogging pace, a speed that's suitable for second gear, around about 10 or 12 miles an hour. You look, if you can see that it's clear, you've selected second gear, you raise your clutch. You might even raise it if you can't see, but put it back down if you see something. Or if you selected second gear, you see something, then you know you're going into first gear, so just put it in. And it's as simple as that. You look and you make a decision, and if you don't know, you simply don't go into it. And that's where the next bit of learning comes in. You learn to look at traffic. Now, when you first look at traffic on a roundabout, particularly on a busy roundabout, you see what one of my pupils described as a mass of colour. You just see cars, other vehicles, and you just see like a crowded space. So the art of finding your space is to look for breaks in that space. You give way to your right. If nobody's coming from your right, it's clear that's easy. It's just when you've got a stream coming from your right, you've got to look at how the position of other traffic and how they leave in the roundabout creates that space in order for you to leave. And when you learn to read it, you then learn to prepare in time to get away. Now, that doesn't come overnight. It does take a little bit of time, and you have to practice it on your driving lessons with your driving instructor. You know, driving instructors are professional people. They know how to do it. They know how to keep you safe. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you get even better at it once you pass your driving test, because everything is experience and development when it comes to driving. The problem that people have is when they want to rush up to a roundabout, they go up too fast. There's a bigger risk of being rear-ended through not being able to read the traffic when you get to it. And even though the driver behind might be liable, you really don't want that to happen. So just to conclude really is be patient, work with your instructor, use the techniques that you're being taught, and best of luck.